This is a creepypasta, the Song of Death. It was a Friday night when Zane was preparing for his weekly radio show. He was going through new songs to play and noticed one in particular that stood out. It was called The Song of Death. He searched for the artist and couldn't find anything. All he could see was the song's title and a grainy picture of what seemed to be a demon. Zane had never been the type of person to believe in curses, but something about this song made him feel uneasy. But the more he tried to push the feeling away, the more intrigued he became. And so he decided to play it on his show. He placed the song in his set and waited for feedback from his listeners. At first it was met with silence, then a few comments saying how creepy it was. As the night went on, the comments became more intense, saying things like, "I can't unglue my eyes from the screen," and "Why do I feel like I'm being watched?" Then the comments stopped. Zane thought maybe they all just went to sleep, so he ended his show and went home. But the next day, he started getting messages from his listeners. One said, "Dude, you gotta take that song down. It's cursed." Another said, "What did you do? Everyone I know who listened to that song has died." Zane thought these were just overdramatic comments, nothing more than a few deaths by listening to a sad song. He didn't want to give in to whatever this was, so he continued his life as normal. But soon enough, the news started picking up on it. There was an increase in suicides across the country, and seemingly nowhere else. They were investigating if there was some sort of copycat killer going around. But Zane knew what was happening. More and more people were listening to the song and dying. He went back to the song's page to find a way to take it down, but it was gone. No longer could he find the song anywhere on the internet. He thought this would solve everything, but he was wrong. The news kept talking about the copycat killer and how there was no connection to the DJ. But Zane knew deep down that this was all his fault. Then one night he got a call. It was a producer from his radio station. His name was Mike, and he sounded worried. He asked Zane if he still had the song, because they needed to get rid of it. It turns out that listeners had found the audio clip from Zane's show, where he played the song, and they were using that to get even more people to listen to it. This wasn't good. Zane was searching for a way to stop this when he found an old message board. It had a thread discussing the dangers of the song. At the end of the thread, someone mentioned that they found a way to break the curse. They said that the song was based off of an ancient Sumerian myth, and that to break the curse, you had to make an offering to the gods. But Zane didn't have time to waste. He needed to stop this. He went back to the song's page to try and upload a counter video to remove it, but it was too late. The song was already everywhere. People had uploaded it to every social media platform. It was playing in public places and in people's homes. The Song of Death was spreading around the world. He was watching the news one night when they talked about a new incident. There was a school where the students were playing the song during lunch. Afterwards, all of the students went home and their parents found them dead. Zane felt sick to his stomach. This had to end. He called everyone he knew in the industry, begging them to help take the song down. But nobody listened. They thought it was just another overdramatic story from a kid who played a scary song. So Zane did the only thing he could think of. He went to the media himself. He gave interviews, begged people to listen to him. Finally, someone believed him. An investigative journalist named Tom agreed to help. Together, they went around removing the song from every platform they could find. But for every video they deleted, 2 more appeared. The Song of Death was unstoppable. They needed to perform the ritual, but they didn't know how. They needed to go to the source, the original upload. Zane spent months searching until he found it. He went to the town where it was uploaded and started asking around. Eventually he found the house and knocked on the door. When he told the owner about the song, their face turned pale and they let him in. The owner took Zane to their basement where they had a computer and speakers. They played the song and it sounded different than before. Instead of sounding like a lullaby, it now sounded like a death metal song. But Zane could feel the power behind it. This was the source. He didn't know how to perform the ritual, but he did know one thing. He couldn't let this evil take another life. When the song reached its climax, Zane unplugged the speakers. The room was silent. The power was gone. Zane destroyed the computer and escaped the house. He was hailed as a hero after that, but he knew it could come back at any time.